Captain's log star date 1230201916.3 Starship Excelsior's log NCC 77246. So I have a couple updates for you today. That's kind of an interesting one. So this morning I posted a thing that I said it was really sick that you have parents forcing sex changes on children. Now I agree completely and thoroughly with my own statement. It's sick. My adopted mother turned around and said they're just trying to milk the cash cow and milk it for whatever it is worth. So sorry about my video. Hold on. There we go. So anywho, there's a couple other things I want to share with you all today. So a couple things. Now I don't know if Commander Jess has seen my post on my wall about the sick thing, but most part people have been very polite and cordial. We had a couple people here on my own wall and others decided to go back and forth as a war. And as a woman, I will not tolerate adding fuel to the fire unless necessary. So I tried to play it cool by letting Chloe and these people go at it. Well, one person claimed that they were in the military and they're intersex, hermaphrodite, whatever. And, then I was talking to one of the other terrorists I know, and she said intersex is not just about hermaphroditism, but it's also a chromosome abnormality in different spectrums. So we had a nice debate about that. And she told me outright, she says, don't worry about it. Well, Captain James came around and, it was pretty much Admiral, because, my rank fleet Admiral's log, it should be instead of Captain's. She turned around and Captain James said, Chloe James said, look, I'll handle this pretty much. Well, you got Chloe Crackpot, Lieutenant Commander Chloe Crackpot, and you got Chloe James basically duking it out. You got one person who's basically butthurt by Chloe basically calling them out as a bullshitting liar. Then you got other issues, right? So then one girl leaves, and then another one keeps calling me and Chloe men addresses. Well, Chloe kept thumping them, right? Eventually, they got so angry, they're like, "Oh, you didn't remove Chloe as a friend. You're bad." And I said, "When you live with Chloe, you remove yourself from her." Oh, so what? You mean you share the same household? Yep. So Chloe was kind of laughing about that. And then my adopted mother, who's sick, bless her heart, getting better, turns around and she says to me, "Don't even get involved." Well, I wasn't. I finally snapped and I told this one, the third lady who was going 8. Second lady removed me. First lady was angry because Chloe went after them. You know what? Chloe has the right to basically defend herself, but she also has the right to call out bullshit. So all of a sudden, Chloe turns around and this one lady keeps posting pics. "Oh, I'm hot and I'm not." And Chloe's like, "What a fucking ugly, fugly tranny. African American, but ugly. I wouldn't." Now if it was Jenna, yeah, Jenna is an attractive woman. Jenna's got the personality like me. We're both women. We don't diss each other. We're not. We might joke around like what. We could joke around probably like "What up, pimp?" And as a joking thing, but out of love. But this lady just kept spewing crap, and I was thinking, Jenna would come in handy about then. But Jenna shouldn't get herself involved. But her basically, she's busy as is. But what upsets me is, I finally said, "Look, I'm all female. You want to judge me because I have boobs? Oh well, you got a male mindset." No, I don't. My mindset is this: I've lived 20 fucking plus years. 20, let's see, 29, 30, almost So in 7 years, it'll be 33, 20, 23 years as a woman. 23 years of discrimination and shit. And I get, oh, you're a man. You got a man's mindset. I know what she was talking about, the male mindset, that male. You know what? So what if, let's just talk for a second. Chloe's in the other room. What if the trans community sit there and accuses someone of a male mindset because I did my, 12 types of transgender, or 7 types or whatever, right? Or my thesis on, why the community going to shit in a handbasket. And I was sitting there thinking, male mindset? Okay. If you guys want to sit there and complain that I have a male mindset, not a female mindset, not a father mindset, but a male mindset, then why the fuck am I sitting there with a male mindset when I could sit there and say, oh, look, this woman here who claims you're not a true fucking female because you can't fucking have periods or bleed, that's a male mindset. No, it isn't. A lot of fucking women out there fucking say it is a female mindset. I got girls out there. I got Mormons out there, Catholics out there. They say you can be a fucking woman when you bleed. Or have a baby. Plain simple, man. Plain simple. But you know how it goes. If it's not one damn thing, it's another, So, anyways, it's just been a constant war. This freaking lady. I finally told Captain James. I said, look, diplomacy, leave it alone. They'll realize they can't add fuel to the fire if no one's fueling it. Chloe's like, look, the lady won't get through her head. Mother Danny, I think she's proud of me for basically saying, look. So anyways, it's Monday night. I got a few things to discuss with you. This is, I'm hoping to be a short video. I do need to get dinner started soon. A womanly duty. New Year's Eve tomorrow night, so I'm making another ham. Chest freezer's good. Me and Chloe's got to go in there eventually and pull the cork so we can actually lift it up, drain it out. It's got to be defrosted eventually. As long as there's a lot of ice buildup, no problem, So, anyways, like I said, I got a couple things to discuss with you tonight. I've been doing some research on a backup laptop for my projects as a backup, just to make sure I have enough computers so I don't have to go insane again. I was talking to my cousin-in-law, Dinkster. Love Dinkster. We're talking about Christmas presents, and she's like, it's not even your, you should look. She was talking about Christmas gifts. I didn't get anything. My tree is bare. It's going to be bare until I refill it, But I got to figure out what to do, And the thing is I got things coming and things going, So what I did was I went ahead and I went to do some business emails today. One of the things I was talking to one of my advocates about is I got to buy Chloe's glasses next week. And so I was telling Chloe, this was funny because, I was telling Chloe, out of love, we're talking about KFC. And I said, oh, yeah, they got their $3 spicy bowl, And she's like, I want a spicy bowl. Well, I tried to explain to her that, that the mailman, hasn't delivered her letter yet from Social Security. And, and so, I assumed Chloe was going to go out today, take the ferry over and get her business taken care of. But Chloe went to bed really late. She got up late. She goes, I missed the ferry. And I go, oh, well. She says, I was telling my mom I was going to go home, but with everything sold out. I'm like, well, you deal with it, not my problem, And, yesterday. But she's kind of balanced out with her estrogen in her. So that's a plus. So, but anyways, me and Chloe were, you know, discussing things, and um, we got to get the table cleaned again, and stuff like that. And, tomorrow's mashed potatoes and gravy, and I'm running on gravy packs. I usually use the drippings for the ham, but I don't have any more drippings. I used it all. So, Chloe's like, "Well, what do we do?" And it's like, well, you know what? We'll get to it. We'll figure it out. So Chloe wanted to go home, and but first she turned around, and I have to tell you this joke. I consider it a joke because it sounds funny. So she's sitting there, and she says to me, she knows how to fight when she asks me, and the one transgender person, but she turned around, and she turned around, right, and she want to go and take care of business, or um, uh, that check. And I said, why don't you hold on to it just a little bit, If you go out and spend it foolishly, you don't have it. And then, maybe you want to get home or something, She says, oh, okay. Because she was like, oh, I want to cash and get a Famous Bowl. And I'm like, look, Famous Bowls ain't that healthy. And secondly, if we ever get off this rock, that's what they call it, the station, then it's fine, So, but anyway, so it's fine, And tomorrow is New Year's Eve, which means a ham. So I told her to wait until the train station has openings, uh, and she was talking about mental hospital, and I said, look, if you go to a mental hospital, they're going to transfer all your records if you wish to another clinic, like here or here, and they're going to deal with you. And she's like, I don't want that. So I'm like, well, then don't go. I mean, it's between you and yourself, not me. But, she's like really angry because she's treating me like crap, and and I'm just like, whatever, But, so, anywho, couple of things I want to talk about. Video games are coming up. Chloe wanted to get some games for herself on Amazon, and as I said yesterday, the list is made. She's got her order she wants put in, but she can't do it because everything is sold out. So I said, just wait. And then me, I was looking up some stuff for setting up a layaway on something and sold out. I'm a fly fisher, so certain rods are sold out. So I had to email some of the companies I go through, and they're like, yeah, we're sold out. What we have is what we have. Otherwise, that's it. So, but then the guy gave me a heads up and says, look, if you're really interested in those rods, check out eBay. I know we can't do it, but you can buy it outright cheaper than going to the main website, which doesn't have any, and just go through eBay. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go through eBay for a few months if I want these rods, before they upgrade in March, like March 31st, there's new rods coming out. So to me, I wanted these rods for a while, but I didn't know they were going to discontinue them and make a newer model based off of the Helios 3 rod, because I'm an Orvis fan. Orvis has been around the longest. So, anywho, so one of the things I was thinking about was that, and then I got all the spreadsheets updated, so backed up on Google Drive. Updated the calendar. My advocate messaged me and said, hey, I need you to come with these papers or send them to me through the internet, email on your proof of income. We've gotten your new internet program, not internet, electricity program set up. And if you have internet with this company, they can lower your bill by $30 a month. So I was like, oh, yeah. For how long? She said about 3 years. That's fine. I'll take it. So, and so we're going, I sent everything out. Chloe has no income, so she's got to sign a no income statement because, Social Security hasn't come in and, etc. and so forth. And so I thought I'd share that with you. And then this morning when I got out of bed, I messaged some people, issues, But let's go back to the transgendered community. Now, it wouldn't have. The one lady never even saw my post on the other one. The other one just went through it and basically wanted to attack me, saying, I'm male. But my mindset isn't male. My mindset. Let me just talk about that for a second. Is female. I'm talking from a perspective like Dinky. I mean, literally, a man doesn't want an inverted penis. A man, genetic women should be feeling safe if they're going into a beauty pageant without wanting a former dude to be saying, "Look how sexy I am. I need to go in it." It's like, look, I'm not against the trans community. I'm against the people that ram it down other throats to demand to be accepted. You don't see me demanding it. I go on YouTube. I do my thing. I go to the store. People say, "Hey, Rita, how you doing, girl?" I go, "I'm good. I'm just doing a little shopping." And they're like, "How's Chloe doing?" I'm like, "Chloe's over there." No, we talk about anything, and I'm going through. I'm like, "Hey, do you have any of this?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, you want some organic juice? Yeah, here we go." I go, "Thanks." No problem, girl, and I had a lady the other day. She goes, "Hey, girl, I've been watching your other channel on how to make foods, and I made you fried chicken. It was the bomb." I'm like, "Oh yeah, fried chicken is the bomb." But yeah, so one of the things last night is I got through episode 6 of Star Wars. I was watching episode 7 and me and Chloe fell asleep. Chloe, so I got to watch episode 7 tonight and episode 8, and then go from there, Well, when this lady basically said that I have the mindset of a woman, I said, no, I'm actually all female and I have my own fucking opinion. My opinion stands, okay? If a girl gets the shit kicked out of them, a trans woman, because they deceived a man, didn't say that they had a former dick or they have a dick, it's all in their fucking head. I don't sit there and say, a guy asks me, "Can I buy you a drink?" It's like, yeah, well, I tell them who I am, and they're like, cool. They're like, you're not like these weirdos that basically deceive. Me and Aaron, I think I'm gay because I had Aaron. Sorry, but I'm not gay, okay? Aaron was an exception. But, the woman that tried to insult me did make a point, I agree, clothing should be fine if you're in transition, but no hormones, so you're at least, 18. But I agree with my friend that if you can not buy tobacco products or booze until you're 21 or handguns, and the military should be 21 or over. And on top of that, the other thing is they should be allowed to transition starting at 21. That's my opinion, And then, I've been kind of moody lately with, these new laws like, oh, there's the dog law and then this law. And I finally basically set some of the people straight and said, look, these people need to realize that these laws fucking suck. And if we're going to be basically paying through the nose, that the taxpayers are, then the taxpayers should realize that they're paying through the nose and no services are getting better, but it's going into the government's coffers like the Washington state government. Then this quadrant should be allowed to explain why we got to pay for free sex changes on Medicaid. But anyways, so I made some business phone calls today, rescheduled my doctor's appointments. There's a doctor's appointment coming up. I'm working with Dinky on when the appointment is. She's awesome. And it's all good. Oh, sorry, my heater, the baseboard almost came out. So, anyways, so one of the things I want to share with you today is that after all my business emails and phone calls, I had my advocate messages. Oh, you want some stuff? You want this? You want that? You need this? You could use that. Come on in here and we'll get you set up. I'm like, okay. And then the email came in, the big one. It said, "Dear Miss Airy Sky Readily, after doing a lot of stuff, your laptop is coming back to you. You know, as I said, the box was crushed. You know, they didn't know how damaged it is, but they said everything's good. I think they said they copied before the hard drive failed, which was the only thing that was working. I think very little, original box, but everything is done. It's being sent back, so and they also apologized to us for the warranty error. They're like, we're so sorry that Costco bought the computer in 2018 November, and that your warranty expires on 1/6. So we're giving it to you till 9/16, September 16th, 2022. They're like, you're good. Your computer is good, and it's in working. You can get your new one is fully operational. You can do what you need to. And so one of the things I was thinking about is a backup computer. Again, I have Windows 7 and then I have the Windows 10. I was thinking of getting another Lenovo. And one of my friends, an advocate, Commander Ayanami, she was saying do that. But I also asked her about computers, okay? Now, I'm working on an idea for my birthday. And I told Dinky it might be a desktop. She's like, oh, okay. And, it was boring. It was like, oh, cameras, don't do it. Computer, maybe. TV, maybe. But anyways, I was asking Commander Ayanami about computers. And one of the things was, I said to her, I need a big enough hard drive that can hold everything that doesn't run out. So Ayanami and I were going through it. And I said to Ayanami, I said, I've done some research. I want to get your opinion. I've contacted a couple game companies that I beta test for, and I asked them. I said, if I buy this game rig, so I can test out the latest games that you're coming out, would it run? They said, oh yeah, these are great machines. Well, I said, well, then why go ahead and invest in a AMD Ryzen Threadripper? Well, the Threadripper is basically for two reasons. Three if you count it. One is it is a server you can have at home for running a website if you wish. The second reason the Threadripper is there is for running a lot of CGI and movie type graphics, like something that and he's cute, by the way, Mr. Lucas, George Lucas, Harrison Ford's cute with a beard. And, it's those computers are designed for specific purposes. So I asked my gaming company people if I went and invested in one, would it be good for gaming? They said, well, honestly, gaming, you need at least a dual core, quad core preferred. So I said, is there anything with 6 or 8 cores that are programmed for gaming? And they said, we're not actually programming for 6 or 8 cores. So I went and I talked to Commander Ayanami, who stated that, again, the developers are using it for high-tech software, CGI animations and stuff. That's why you get more higher processors. Well, and so you can go and get a 32-core Threadripper with 64 gigs of RAM. You can run pretty much anything, but you're paying $10,000. And I was more curious about it, and I was told, get your best quad core, and it'll run your games, no problem. My current laptop, I think, is a 6 or 8 core, so it's overkill for games, but there's no problems, and it's got 3 gigs or 4 gigs of dedicated RAM on the computer processor for the gaming chip, so it doesn't draw off the system's memory alone. Is what I was told today by Lenovo. Getting a dedicated. So I said, well, what's the deal with dual or triple RAM cards? They said simple. To run the same product in bigger screens. For example, if I had 3 70-inch TVs side by side angled, I could use it in a way like this to manage my 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 thing. So to me, I found it to be a blessing by itself that I've been learning a little more, so I know that I don't go buy something that's overkill, because my current computer is a quad core with Windows 7 that runs the maximum on RAM, and it has never failed me yet, and it stays in one position, my desktop. So I thought getting a desktop rig. Well, today I was talking about desktop rigs, and well, Chloe was complaining about the gaming rig might be better than hers, blah blah blah, and it's like, look, I'm only looking for certain games. I don't give two shits about her opinion on if it's better or not. So, same argument applied today about electrolysis. I was thinking of getting a little electrolysis in, because I have a little stubble, and she's like, oh, well, people think of me as a man. Well, after when the African American woman turned around and tried to insult us, and to me, I'm like, I'm not giving in. So, anyways, so tomorrow is the 31st, last day of the year. Can't believe it. Can you all believe it? I can't believe it. So, I got to get this video up finished, because I'm not going to speak too much, but, want to talk to you about fly rods. That's on my mind. Doing some more research on other fly rods. I'm going to put together fly rod Word doc and then post on Facebook, see if anyone has any opinions on other rods. And then go from there. My rod preference is I have to have it with a walnut or a walnut rod handle, I think it is, or a maple insert. That's what it is. Well, rod reel insert. I want mine to be maple. If it's not maple, I don't want it. Plain and simple. So, anywho, before it gets too late, like I said, I got to get dinner started. I got to get my computer restarted, and when my movie's done, I got to get prepared to do episode 8 when I'm done with my phone called Poppy, and then afterwards, so it's all good, Like I said, Chloe asked me today if anything came in the mail, and I'm like, nope. Because we didn't get an email saying, because she's excited to find out about Social Security, and I'm like, give it time. They got to go through 20 separate records to determine if she's disabled. And I think, personally, my gut feeling says she's disabled. Now, they don't want to say she's disabled. No, we'll get a copy of the current copy of the exhibit file, which is on disc like this, and we'll know exactly why she's disabled, etc. So, there you have it. Nothing much to report. So, please unsubscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button. So it's fun for the whole family, including your dogs, cats, and bunnies, and grandmas. Give that bell notification. It's wholesome fun for you all. And then I will personally update you throughout the week on the status of where my computer core is. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Stay tuned for another video tomorrow. Thank you, and may God bless you and everything you do. Captain's log out. USS Excelsior, NCC 77246. This transmission ends now.